Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. If you've watched the channel before, you can probably already see where we are. But before we get going, I just want to tell you that we've got a 50% off sale on our Etsy shop, and it starts today and it ends on the 4th of November. Now, let's get going and find some treasure.
Well, if you were watching last week, you would have seen that it was summer sunshine. Today, we're back into that grim looking winter weather, but nonetheless unperturbed, despite the fact that this is looking really bare and rocky, more so than normal, no?
Yeah, it is looking quite grim, but there's treasure to be found. Let's go. Okay, now it really looks like the cliff behind me has collapsed very recently, and I do believe there was a beach behind there. Now I'm gonna start filming, I'm gonna start looking for some treasure, but over here, because we've had some really amazingly high tides, and that usually means you can find lots of treasures. Now here, oops, we always find a lot of treasure. Now this one is a really nice piece of white sea glass, and it's really got a nice shape. Look, it's a perfect drop shape. That is really pretty. I think I'm going to take that one. I also just saw something, and I think that looks quite funny. Actually, this bit here, it's a stone, but it's round, and it kind of reminds me of a kind of a licorice sweetie. I'm very tempted to take that. It might be some sort of fossil, maybe. I know we can find crinoid fossils here, but we've not really been lucky enough to spot any. So let's see what else is here. Lots of very sort of black and shiny stones. They always look like they might be pirate glass, but they're not. I think this is all coal. Yeah, when you pick it up, it's very light. You put this here, this is actually a little different. This one's a bit shinier. Yes, lots here. Really nice shapes as well. I mean, if this doesn't say pendant, then I don't know what does. Now, there's a bit here. Very small piece of sea glass. And this interesting stone. Usually these stones are chock-a-block full of fossils, and these white lines here, they might indicate that's a fossil. Interesting. It's like a wishing stone, but with two lines. I think we might leave that here. I think we've decided that wishing stones with two lines are not lucky, but they might be. Yes, if you want them to be lucky, then they can be.
So I've come along to this side. You can see there's almost like a wall that divides these bays here. It's really cool. All these natural features of these rocks that just kind of, wow, it's kind of weird. It's like a dragon's back. So it kind of makes sense to me. I'm thinking of all the kind of scaly bits and stuff on a dragon, but this is a kind of wall section here between the bay. Now Nicole's just over the other side of that there, but I always tend to come into this side because I think there's lots of really cool stuff in this particular stretch of scree. Now I was going to say before I start taking a look, I want to show you something quite cool, but I'm not going to do that because I've just seen something that is very cool. And so what I'll do is I shall make my way from this cool thing to the cool thing I was going to show you. Now, there we go. That's lovely. That's a good sign. You can probably see this whole area is dotted with sea glass. Glass here, glass here, glass here. Lovely wee bit. Not so lovely a wee bit, but you know, it's sea glass nonetheless, and somebody would love it. Now, then another wee bit, and then there's this. The wee bit of vitrolite tile. That's really lovely. Now, I'm going to have to take that. Anytime we find this, we've got to take it. But I'm going to try and go for wee choice pieces today, instead of just grabbing everything I can find. I think I'm just going to spoil myself and just pick at the nice bits. So that's an awfully nice bit. Now, lots and lots, as I say, of the sea glass here. And we'll leave a lot of that, but this one wee tiny piece, it might be minuscule, a wee mini piece, but nonetheless it's that electric blue, so I'm gonna have to take that. Now yes, I feel like the jerk again. And I need my thermos, and I need this chair, I need that, I need that. Now that I have to take as well, because it's a beautiful, perfect pendant shape. You know, it's one of the things that I think this beach excels in. I'm just going to take that just now. So many of the pieces that we find here are really beautifully rounded. You get some odd, awkward shapes in other beaches, and you get beautiful pieces as well. There's nothing wrong with them, but here, pieces like this. Now, is that? I hope you can see that. There's a little hole. It looks like a little hole, actually, if I put my finger behind it. Can you see it any better? I don't know. Anyway, there's a little hole in there. I wonder if that was maybe part of a swing top stopper. Don't know. But whatever it was, it's just a perfect pendant shape. And that is one of the things that I think is quite distinctive about this little stretch of coast. Look at these.
Oh, okay, there's a tiny bit of what looks like almost UV sea glass. It really is very tiny. I guess you can hardly see. That's the tiniest drop just there. I'm going to take that in my pocket. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a nice wee piece there. It's just hidden underneath those rocks there. It should be right there in the centre for you. Okay, now that's really nice. Really nice frosted bit of sea glass. And a very pretty shell here. Look at this one. This is really pretty. That's cute. I think I'm going to take that. I do take the occasional shell. You've probably seen I've made a shell box a couple of years ago, and you would not believe just how many shells that shell box took, and how many hours it took to make the shell box as well. It was a true labour of love, but now I have an amazing shell box where I can store some of my jewellery in. There's another bit here. Looks like we're mainly finding white sea glass today. That's interesting. Oh, look, it's all white sea glass. Okay, can you see anything? Oh, there's a brown piece actually. That's always really nice. Sometimes, you know, a brown piece, they look really amazing if you hold them against the sunlight. It's just some earthy colour, very kind of nice and warm, just perfect for autumn really. That's where we think we're in autumn now. We're truly in autumn now, and it's that time when you when the pumpkins come out and you get these pumpkin spiced lattes and candles and all that kind of stuff, and Halloween of course. No.
Little fish. No? Oh well, I reckon this is destined to become B-roll then. Never mind. As I say, we're not looking for fish anyway. We're not out here fishing. We're looking for sea glass and some special bits, hopefully. Now, I found a couple of things earlier that I just want to take a quick look at because they're really quite special. But as we do, I'm going to add this piece to it here. Now, the pieces that I found earlier, nice green bit there, wee jube bit. This is crystalline. You can see through that. I'll show you in a second. And these pieces. Now, maybe the best piece in here, is it this piece? Piece of beautiful yellow sea glass. It's really rare. It's like a hen's tooth, that bit. Or is it the Vitrolite tile? That's a really nice bit of Vitrolite tile. Now, I found 3 pieces in total. There's another one that I just pocketed, but I just wanted to take a wee look at this. Now, I'm going to shine some light through that if I can manage to muster up a wee bit of light today. But as I sit here, I'm just seeing a couple of wee bits around me. Or just off to the side here. Bits like this. Look at that. Almost perfect shape for a pendant. Now I'm going to gather these back up, not forgetting this yellow piece because it's pretty special, and I'm going to shine some light through that piece. If we're lucky, whoop, we'll get some light today. It's a bit of a cloudy one. Now you're just going to have to take my word, I think. Can't really see. You might be able to see just at the tip there, just up at the top. You can maybe see the light shining through. Anyway, I think I'm wasting time.
What else have we got here? There's more sea glass. Look, but I've actually found 2 pieces now. This piece here, that's a white piece, and then there's this piece here. You might not have seen this. That's green. Look. Now we really just need a really nice sea foamy bit, and that's all the colours of the Scottish coast in my hand. Okay, let's see if we can find a sea foam bit now. I'm on the hunt for a nice piece of sea foam. Now I can see that this must have been where the tides came up, because this is where all the seaweed gathers. In certain beaches that can mean that this area is the one where you would find vulcanite stoppers. Vulcanite stoppers are very light, and sorry, a bit distracted by this shiny object here, but like a magpie, shiny. So yeah, vulcanite stoppers, they're basically plastic, so they are usually stuck underneath the seaweed. If you are on a beach that has lots of vulcanite stoppers. Not usually a lot of seagrass in around this stretch, so I think I'm going to go a bit further down here. There's a tiny bit there, a little tiny mermaid's tear, and I just spotted another green one just behind here. They're all small pieces. Still no sign of a nice sea foamy bit.
Let's have a look. A wee bit of blue down there. You do find a lot of blue here, but it tends to be tiny pieces like this. But you know, they always end up either as little gifts when Nicole's sending stuff out. Or they might end up in a little locket. Now, I did say that what I was going to do was take a stroll along this section, just up towards the rocks here, to see what I can find, because this tends to be where I find all the bits that I think are the best bits. Another wee bit of blue there. In fact, it's not 2 wee bits of blue, 2 different shades of blue. See that? How good is that? They're tiny though, but like I say, they end up as wee gifts. So, everybody's happy. Now, what's that? It's quite interesting, wee bit of green there. Oh, look at that. Now this is strange, because that looks like it might be the lip of a bottleneck, maybe. Can you see that? There's a line there. But this seems to be quite, I'm going to say it again, it's quite bulbous. Sorry, just like a Captain Beefheart every time I say it's bulbous. This is a bulbous bit here, and there's this little neck piece, and I don't know if that's a bottleneck or not. Now that I think about it, I think it might be a beer bottle. Beautiful wee piece of sea foam here as well. And look at that. Really do find some beautiful treasures down here. And it's the little things as well. We're going to leave that. But just the little things. A wee bit of glass. been here for over 100 years maybe. And it just has a beauty all of its own. There's that blue sea glass again. Oh, I'm having a field day here with the blues. Tiny, tiny, tiny blues. I guess if you're going to have the blues, it's probably better that they're tiny. Nobody really needs a big, huge, dramatic bout of the blues, do they? It's that's Vitrolite as well, is it? Well, that's really cool, actually. What is that? Is that glass? Can you see the little lines? I hope you can. Really beautiful. But so tiny. Again, really wee. Now, when we first came down here today, I was really looking forward to a star found. But so far, I haven't found anything that I would class remotely as a star find. Certainly, you know, despite the fact that we're right alongside a golf course, I thought we might have found something like that, but no. No golf balls, I'm afraid. Not yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and catch up with Nicole. He's over there, making some shorts, I believe. And I think what we'll do is we'll maybe come over here and spend a wee bit less time looking in the rock pools and a wee bit more time just examining a little bit closer to the ground here to see what other treasures we can find. Another wee blue gem there. Tiny! Is that glass? What do you think? Only one way to find out. Well, that. I guess what Nicole's going to say here, right? Mark my words. Nicole's going to say, oh well, it's a shame, that's just brown. But to me, that looks kind of amber. I don't know. Not orange exactly, but it's a beautiful colour. Let's see what Nicole says.
Now, I know that we've found some really, really amazing pieces here before, including some sort of red flash glass and some lavender glass. And we were really lucky a couple of weeks ago to find that amazing lavender mermaid's tear in Mermaid's Tears Cove. Who would have thought? And I'm not sure if we're going to be that lucky today and find another bit of lavender glass. I think lavender glass is just really amazing because it started off white, and because it had the added manganese in it to make it white, that reacted with the sunlight over the space of pretty much 100 years here in Scotland, and that makes it slightly lavender. Now if you live somewhere where there is a lot more sunlight, the white sea glass with manganese probably turns a darker lavender. So yeah, it's always really cool to find some lavender glass, especially with the little sunlight we have here in sunny Scotland. We do have a lot of rain usually, or just sort of, well, jacket weather. I'll call it jacket weather. Now there's another wee bit here. Oh, nice, nice. Lots of really good finds in this area, and lots of really nicely frosted pieces. I think it's maybe about time I went to see what Craig's been up to. I wonder if he's had some luck at what he's been looking at. Well, this is what I found so far, and hang on, these pieces. So I think there's definitely a couple of really nice super frosted pieces in there that could possibly make a pendant or maybe even a pair of earrings. Okay, now I'm going to go and see what Craig's been up to, and I think he's somewhere behind all those fallen rocks. just as I was about to head over to Sea Creek, I spotted this amazing mermaid's tear here, and it's right there, and it is exactly the colour that I'd hoped for. It's a lovely seafoam. I think seafoam is definitely my favourite colour of sea glass. It just kind of has this oceanic feel, the beachy water. Just gorgeous, isn't it? That's going to be a lovely little necklace.
I believe that's Nicole making a wee short there. I've just caught up with her, and I have a remarkable piece to show you.
Oh,
now,
okay.
I've made a prediction. Mark my words. Nicole's going to say, oh well, it's a shame, that's just brown. Previously, just when I was finding this. So I'm going to show you it, and you need to tell me what you think it is, and then I'll tell you what I think it is, okay?
Okay.
Now, here you go. What's that? What is that?
Oh, that's a really lovely colour. It almost looks orange.
Hey!
It's maybe, you know, maybe it's like autumn Halloween pumpkin season.
Now, you know, that's the funny thing. I was sure you were going to say, oh, Shada, that's brown. But you didn't.
No.
You didn't. I've been proven wrong.
It looks very orangey to me.
It does, doesn't it? It looks almost like an orange piece of glass. Now, you've got a stone in your hand. Nicole has a stone in her hand. Maybe pop it down there and we can take a closer look at that.
I'll put it there.
It's not like a pudding stone, but it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
It's absolutely chock-a-block.
Yeah, I think it's chock-a-block full of little tiny fossils, like bivalves or something. And it's the same on the other side, so I can turn it around and then you can see there are lots of, I think there's lots of tiny shells, so it's definitely a fossil. I mean, we don't really collect fossils, but I think it's just too pretty not to show you.
Yeah, we're going to have to take that then. What do you think? Do you think we're taking that with us?
No, I think we're going to leave that here, but it's really nice. Or this piece of sea glass, yes. We can take that. Or,
I know there'll be people who are sitting watching this who are just going, oh, there's a huge piece of sea glass there, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. So we did.
Yeah.
Now what I think we should do, we should head back over that way and have a wee look for the last maybe 10-15 minutes or so. What do you reckon?
I think that's a great idea. Let's go.
Okay, come on then. Now I thought we would start over there where there's quite a lot of scree, but that's the area that was in just before, and Nicole seems to have decided that what we're going to do is we're going to start right here. Now I have to say, before we get started, this area, this entire area, this bay here is my favourite of the three. There are three distinct bays in this area. It's my favourite, but Nicole's just told me that it's not hers. What's up? What's up with that?
Well, my favourite bay is actually that bay over there, because every time we've come here, we've bumped into our friend and she's always found a marble over there. I have yet to find a marble over there, so I'm making that my favourite bay, and fingers crossed maybe one day we'll find a marble there.
I guess the idea here is if we're nice to the bay and say that we like it, oh, we like you bay, hello, then it'll start chucking marbles up at us.
Maybe, yeah. Or usually when I wear my lucky marble, then that always means I attract a marble. But it hasn't worked yet, but maybe it will later.
Well, you know what they say, right? You know, madness is repeating the same thing even though, you know, it doesn't work. Anywho, you can probably already see that there's a ton of glass here, but we're just going to take a little bit of a closer look. I'm going to jump over here at this other side. I mentioned before that these are like dragon backbone things, spines and stuff. It kind of looks like that. If you check it out on the way down there, you have to have a wee bit of imagination, folks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyway, so, see, Nicole's really enthusiastic about that idea. No, I suppose. Now, what are we going to find in here? That's a nice bit of green there right in front of us.
Oh, yeah, I didn't really see that bit there. So yeah, there's a bit of green here. There's quite a few limpet shells here. Some other
There's a bit of something here that I'm going to take because I think we should remove it from the beach anyway, but I don't know what it is.
Oh,
it's definitely plastic.
Yeah, it looks like an old lid from something. Definitely plastic. We do find old plastic here sometimes. What else is here? A couple of not so frosted pieces. I can see there's a brown piece over there, and sometimes brown, when the light hits it right, looks like it's red. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there.
Not that bit though, eh?
Ah, yeah. Well, that bit looks like that's a red stone. I think that's maybe jasper. So we'll take this bit here. Let's see what else is here. What's this? Is that glass? No, that's a lovely, lovely pebble. Really smooth.
Having a lot of luck in finding wee stones here just now. Not so much in the way of sea glass.
No.
Now I can see a wee bit of ceramic down there. I mean, again, I'm sure people are screaming at the screen as well, saying, there's a bit of glass there, 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 there's a bit of glass there. Of course there is. There's lots and lots and lots of glass at this beach.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier on that the thing that I like about the glass that we find in this beach is that it tends to be really quite beautifully formed, and in some cases it's almost perfect, just the perfect shape for a pendant or an earring or something like that. Now that, I don't know what that is. It must be some kind of lid or something. What do you reckon? Or maybe the bottom of a plate.
Oh yeah, I think maybe the bottom of a plate. It doesn't look like it has any pattern on it whatsoever. Yeah, okay, well we maybe leave that here. It's a plain piece of pottery.
And we shall move on.
Yeah, you are right though. I have found a couple of really nice pieces of very well formed sea foam. Perfect mermaid's tears, if I may add. And I'll be sure to make a couple of those as pendants for our Etsy shop. And they will be included in our big sale, so don't worry. Now there's a couple of pieces here. White glass. Not so nicely frosted. This one is quite nicely a jube as you
nicely
see.
Drop or a jube, yeah, jube. See, jube, which we found out a jube is a Chinese red date. That was I think that's where the name jube as a sweetie got its name from. Now, is this another piece of yellow glass? You're going to say that's green, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to say that's green. If I hold that against my sea glass colour chart, you'll probably be sure it's green.
What do you think, folks? Is that green? Look at that. That looks yellow to me. I'm going to try and get a wee bit of light on it. You know, we're really fighting here to try and get a bit of light. You can see that because it's kind of cloudy.
A bit overcast.
But that looks kind of yellow. It does look kind of greeny yellow, to be fair.
Yeah.
Is that a wee bit of plastic?
Yeah, it's a bit of plastic. It's got a really beautiful turquoise colour though, and I had hoped it might have been glass, but it's not. So we're taking both these pieces then.
Oh well.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
so
what's that there?
I think I can see what you can see. Now just let's, whilst we're doing this, I shall ask the question. Can you see what I see? We're going to see what Nicole saw. One of the things that I saw was this. Well, I think this is a wee bit of a battery again. The wee thing.
You've been finding them in every single time we've been out the last few weeks.
Yeah, but what I'm not finding are things like that.
Oh.
What do you reckon that is? It looks like a wee wheel to me.
Yeah. It is. It does look like a caster or something. It's not a golf ball though, and you know we are right next to a golf course, and I had really hoped for you that you might find a star find. So.
Well, I'm glad we're in. We're singing from the same hymn book, as it were. Because I was just moaning about that a wee bit earlier.
Oh.
Right. Are we going to take that wee wheel?
Yeah, I think
we'll
it's probably like Bakelite or something. Yeah, I'll take that.
Now what else have we got here? Lots of greens about.
Oh,
big chunky bit of green there. Nicole's pointing to something that isn't green. That's not what I was looking at though. It was that bit. It's not. There's nothing nice about it.
No.
It's just a bit of green glass.
Well, I've just found these lovely pieces here. That's a brown piece, a white, and a seafoam bit. But I can see a bit over there, and you know, holding that against the white bit, it looks like it's almost a little bit lavendery. Can you see it?
I'm going to say yes. I mean no, folks.
Totally.
I can't see it at all.
Okay, I'll hold it here. See that bit there? Yeah, okay, on my hand obviously that'll look quite pink, but
yeah,
maybe on white paper.
So moving along a little bit here, I can see some other greens. Now, there's a big chunky bit of green.
A big chunky, oh, right, yeah. It's just Over here, this bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Oh, you know, I think that looks like a heart.
I'm going to say it looks like a fox face.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It does look like a heart.
It does, yeah. I think I'm going to try and give everybody who orders something from our Etsy shop a little sea glass heart, because I've got a couple that are squirreled away. So I think that'll be a really nice addition. Spread some love.
There you go, folks. You heard it here first. Now, can we see anything else here?
Just one more piece of really nice seafoam there. Really
That's
chunky.
the kind of piece that I was talking about earlier on, because it is, look at that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfectly smooth, and what everybody would consider to be jewellery quality. Not a single ding or shiny area on it.
Ain't no dings on that piece. Okay, let's have that there. It's dingless.
Dingless, yeah.
First.
So to speak.
It's dingless. Is that a word? Dingless? I don't know. Do you know, we could be here absolutely all day. Do you see that as well? Just exactly the same time as me. It's a tiny wee bit of blue. Now that is probably the biggest bit of blue that I've seen today. And I've found a few.
I
found a few blues.
That's funny, because I've not found a single piece of blue today.
Well, that brings me to the perfect segue then. Do you want to see my blues?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at our best bits of the day. So, rejoining Nicole, who has been doing a wee bit of artistry and selecting, I'm going to say, selecting or piling?
Arranging.
Arranging, yes, she's been arranging the best finds of the day. Now, I'm going to start off here and be a wee bit radical and say that I think that the best finds of the day so far are up in this kind of area here with the orangey bit, the yellow bit, and these wee vitrolite bits as well. What do you reckon? What's your favourite finds of the day?
Yeah, I've actually set them up in that way so that all my favourite finds are right here. So we've got the heart, we've got the best perfect mermaid's tears, we've got those tiny blues. You've been doing really well. I've not found a single one.
They're really tiny though, so I think that they're probably going to end up as wee gifts, or maybe they're going to end up in a locket. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably as wee gifts. We always try to give a wee gift, so this time around we're going to add lots of hearts, but usually we have lots of tiny pieces of sea glass as well. Now this one is a little bit of a mystery object, and I'm going to say again, it reminds me of a bit of licorice.
Yeah, or Blackpool Rock, except with a weird,
Yeah.
some kind of weird interior message. What could that message be? What could it be, folks?
Yeah.
It looks like it's got a U or something.
Yeah.
If I turn it that way, but I'm really just kind of forcing a shape upon something that could be.
It's a sea, hun.
It's a copyright.
No, it's a creek. A sea for creek.
All right, okay, or copyright. Or copyright. Anyway, what do you reckon? Is it time just to swoop it all up and get away back to the car?
Yeah, I think we've done really, really well, and we found a couple of really, really nice pieces and a few pieces to put in our loose sea glass lots. So all in, it's been a great day, and we've been out and about, and that's always the best thing. Us away off to the car. But before we get going, remember, there's two ways you can grab a real great bargain. There's our advent calendars on KoFi, and there's our 50% off sale on Etsy. And we've done really well today, so it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel through Etsy and through your KoFi donations. That makes a massive difference, and it keeps the lights on. See you next time.